All right, so we got charts, we got the cameras working, they got the microphone, the recording's going. All right, well that's good. Every day has to be a challenge, huh? Anyways, hey, good morning. Welcome to Forex.Today. Let me remind you that trading Forex is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your performance, however, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Every day is a new day. So every day you should stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Hello, my name is Wayne. I am the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. We are doing these webinars to lure you into our organization by earning your respect and loyalty by investing into you and your success up front. Well, that actually sounds pretty good. Yeah. So I am here to share my, decade and a half of Forex trading experience with you and teach you the skills I believe are required to be a successful trader. I'm not here to give you signals or tell you what to trade. I'm here to teach you how to trade for yourself, which I really think is good. We do these sessions 7:30 in the morning, New York time, a couple of hours before Wall Street opens, Monday through Thursday. And then every Friday I'm at fxstreet.com where I am Forex Speaker of the Year. So I'm available there on Fridays. So I'll see you most of the time here at Forex.Today. So thank you to Forex.Today for hosting us. So let's start the day one more time by playing the happy music. How does that make you feel inside? Like a warm gummy bear? It's one of the best times of the day, I think. So congratulations to our South African friends. Did you see the rand today? Oh my rand. Becky, look at yeah, look at that rand. Right? There you go. So everybody in South Africa, go out and spend your money quick. It's a good day. I got joy, 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 joy down in my rand. Yeah. Yeah, spend it while you can, guys. Woohoo! Rumor has it that the United States is going to put more sanctions on Russia. That'll weaken that currency. So you better spend it while you can, Russia. How about Argentina? They're in political turmoil over corruption in the government. Yeah, it's Argentina. The real sad thing about Argentina, however, it's a beautiful country, beautiful culture. It was the fifth richest country in the world just over 100 years ago, right? And then socialism came in. Socialist pig dog nonsense has still ruined the economy and the culture. Everyone will be equally poor, except those with power who will use power to make money and then spend their money to keep the power and screw everybody over. Uh-huh. Oops. Socialists didn't have that designed in their utopia, but it's in our DNA as humans. So I'm sorry. Don't cry for me. Yeah, so anyways. Too bad. I mean, no, but it's a beautiful country, beautiful culture, beautiful people. Socialism is still wreaking havoc on their culture, on their financial and political culture. It's too bad. I hope they get it together. Honestly, Argentina is like one of those places you should cheer for, right? Just imagine you got some money and you got fabulous horses and fabulous wine and you're drinking cafe in the fabulous cafes and every July 4th you go skiing on the beautiful, fabulous mountains and you just have a fabulous life. Yeah, it's the best steaks, right? I mean, what a great place. It's a terrible situation to have their economy messed up still, right? Too bad. So I don't know, maybe we should go fix it. Huh? I'd have to learn Spanish. Jeffy Boy wants to know about a double bottom on the 4 hour. Well, yeah, 12 hours ago. Okay. Now you're back up at resistance, so it's just consolidation, Jeff. Czech loves Mendoza, huh? All right. Right. Where are we going to start? Aussie CAD. Who's stronger? Yes, you got some strength there on the commodity play, huh? Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. What's my next move? Which chart am I going to grab? Oh, Christmas tree. Ooh, really? All right. Which one's stronger? Boo, 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 boo. Now what am I going to grab? Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. USDN. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Which one's stronger? Okay. Now which pair am I going to grab? Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. This is it for the boat. Nah, come on. From the this is for bonus points. Just by what I did, you should know where I'm going next. Boom! Jimbo's got it. Thank you, Jimmy. Now, why would I do Kiwi yen? Seal, why would mortgage rates stay fast if the Fed's expected to raise interest rates? All right, anybody? Is anyone going to guess what I just did or why I just did it that way? Strongest commodity currency in the world is Kiwi, and my funding pairs, right? So that's the strongest. Now, out of my funding pairs, yen. I mean, I guess you could do Swissy yen if you want, but I don't think most of you guys trade Kiwi Swissy, right? But you could do that just for fun. Let's try it. Swissy yen out of my funding pairs. Swissy stronger than yen. Yeah, so I got it right. So Kiwi quite strong, yen quite weak. Let's get it down. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah. Hey, baby. Are you gonna go my way? I just got to go. Yeah. Right? Well, zeal, okay, sure, but is this year different than last year? Maybe this year will be better than the last. So USD yen way down today on the 15 or on the hour, whatever. So biggest loser USD yen, biggest winner Aussie dollar. So whoever asked, "Hey Wayne, is the Aussie dollar at a double bottom?" Yeah, it was 12 hours ago. The funny thing is, it was a pivot point, right? So if you were a bull, so our conversation of late has always been about the same thing. Are you a bull or a bear? If you're a bull, where's the support? You know, what kind of trade is it? Is it a bounce at support, or is it a retracement in a rally? You know, that kind of stuff. But you know, here's the 4 hour if you want to do it that way. Is it a double bottom? Yeah, well, you know, 4, right? 8, 12. I mean, right? I mean, like, yeah, down here you could have bought it. Yeah, sure. hmm Okay. If you were a bull, right? Where else? Like, put it this way: where else could you have possibly bought this if you were a bull? Okay. Notice on the 1 hour, very strong downtrend, and then all of a sudden waning. Well, waning here first, definitely consolidating here, and then if you're a bull, you take it up here. Is it the right decision? Well, only if you're a bull. Now, if you're a bear, where's the place to sell? Could you possibly have a trade plan to be selling it right now? Oh yeah, but Wayne, it's only 91% overbought, 90.5% overbought. I like it to be 95% overbought, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're a bear, I mean, I wouldn't understand you if you didn't sell it there, right? I'm a bear, but I don't like triple tops in a downtrend. I just, I need more. I need more in the kitty, right? Yeah, Jeffy did it, right? So Jeff's asking good questions, but in the wrong way. So let me pounce on you, Jeff. I'll make this famous on you. Yeah. Show me the way. Yeah. Look, I don't know. So how could I possibly answer that question? Jeff says, like, how long will it hold? Well, how the hell would I know? So let me tell you how I think about these things. Okay, and this is a good review for everybody else too. It will hold forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It will never, ever break, Jeff. But when it does, stop trading, right? It will, right? This will stay resistance. There is no doubt in my mind. But if it breaks, stop selling. Okay? But it's the mental attitude. If you are a bear, okay, this is going to head down. It's going to consolidate and then head down. And it may have to head down and then head back up and have the 55 touch it and then really head down and break and make a new low. Okay? At the very least, as a bear, it's going to go from resistance to support. And you believe that that's much likely because the 21 on the 4 hour is dead. It's dead. It's dead. So we're consolidating here. Okay? Okay. But your weekly trade plan is to go for M1, isn't it? So, and then you can see S2 is in there. So, your target's 71. Okay. And remember your weekly swing. I know it's a weird week, but your weekly swing is supposed to sell here, right? I mean, imagine that's all you did, guys, a swing trade. So what did you do this week? I sold on Tuesday. Well, what else did you do? Nothing. How's your week going? Well, yeah, we're on our way. Hopefully hit M1 by Friday. That's what I'm hoping. You know what I mean? So Jeff says support is the target. Yeah, if you're neutral. And there's a lot of reasons to be neutral on this. I'm just saying at a bare minimum, you would sell here as a bear, knowing that's consolidating. That's fine. You would rather it be trending, but it's clearly consolidating. But you're still in your zone, man. That's still resistance. Your bare minimum, you're going here, but what you're hoping for is this. So we just don't know if it's happening on this move, right? Some analysis would indicate that it's going to do this first, right? And it breaks tomorrow or something. We don't really know. Okay, so that's why you got to line up your oscillators. Okay, see, they're not quite there. They're not congruent yet. Okay. Now, also, we got the end of the year type nonsense, so you got to be prepared for the unpreparable. You got to expect the unexpected, all that kind of stuff too, huh? Yeah, and the uptrend can take control. Yes, definitely. Forever? Probably not, but yes. Right? For example, what happened here? Yeah, it went up for 2 weeks. Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, it's fine. But if I'm not heavily short the second week of January, I will be heavily prepared to short this in the second week of January, right? So if it went up, that's great. That would be great because, most likely what would happen is in this zone, you know, 74, maybe all the way back up to 75, I would drop this down to 65, right? That would probably be what I do, let's say, January and between January and March, let's say. We'd probably get a drop like this. Let's call it 65. Not even, no, not 65. I need new pivots, right? But anyways, let's call it 60, 68, back to 70 in February, and then from 70 back down to 65 in March. Something like that. Okay. So a little move, in the next few days or even the rest of the week down and then all the way up. Yeah, I'm totally into that. And it may not happen. It might happen. Totally. Okay. But you still got to play your game, right? Nothing's kicked you out of being a bear. So you sell the weekly central. Like, well, again, if you were a bear and you did your analysis on this, I just wouldn't understand you why you didn't do it. Like, why didn't you do that? Oh, well, and I wouldn't even know what you would say. It would be very surprising. And it's interesting how different people are. All you have to do is get married, and suddenly you get a point of view that you would never in a million years think of. You're like, wow, really? Wow, I didn't see that. Right? So it's the same sort of thing where I'm like, I just wouldn't get it. Like, you're a bear and you've been waiting all day to sell this, and I mean, you didn't sell this. Why are you a bear? Like, why wouldn't you sell a triple top? And then you'd spit out something, and maybe it'll just shock me and blow me away. Or you just say, well, I wasn't actually doing my job. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So that's that. Okay. That's that. That stupid euro, huh? I turned my back and left a lot of money on the table. Holy son of a... Stupid euro dollar. What else? I'm just kind of looking around. I'm really, really tired. So it's just, I think we got a lot of like, I don't know, rebalancing of portfolios and stuff like that going on. A lot of year-end stuff. So I'm looking around other screens here, but I can tell I'm slow today, man. I'm sorry. I'm just, wow, exhausted. It's funny, huh? 8:02 in the morning. My eyes are like burning. I'm so tired. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. All right. We're getting near month end. Is that it in play? Yeah, no kidding. My eyes are watering. That's how tired I am at 8 o'clock in the morning. Good sign. Good sign. Very healthy. Yeah, good sign. Okay. You think this is in play, guys? It's the 29th. So this is the exact moment in time where you're supposed to be preparing for Mexican peso strength. Vodka Red Bull, yeah. I haven't done that in a while. Just a Bloody Mary. Huh? Anybody? Nobody's playing this? All right. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Doo, 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 doo. Okay. Not good enough, huh? All right. Can you see it? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, fib of the bigger move, lower low, back into the roll reversal, back into here. This is the challenge of the day. Okay. And it's only in these last days of the month where we would expect Mexican peso strength. Now, you might describe this as US dollar weakness. That's fine. Call it what you want. So it's all fair game. Too bad this collapsed, huh? La 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 do da do da do la 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 all do da do. So how do you want to mark this up? So how do you want to mark this up? Kind of looked like a breaky break here, but it didn't do it, huh? No, no monthlies anyways out there. Notice how we basically came up and tickled the monthly R1 and stopped. Isn't that interesting? So I tell myself, hey, Wayne, that's proof that market participants use monthly pivots. I got to fix this template with that stupid background thing. Watermark, I should say. Scan of daily. Bootcamp pivot clusters. That's fine enough. La 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 doo da doo da. Gold I had come down, little hesitation with the too many dollars scenario. Okay. So if it rolled back under the 4-hour 21, that should be an important signal, wouldn't it? Okay. Looking at this, would you assume traders and market participants are using the 4-hour 21? What's your observation? Like, don't take my word for it. Look at it and make a decision. Yeah, it's also 143, Ryan, right? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, you got that at 143. Yeah. So, yeah, if you were going to dump it, but 144 looks even better to me, but up there you got a roll reversal, a 50% fib, a psych level up there, and the 4-hour 21 pushing this down. And by then, the 1 hour would probably be significantly overbought. But then, we'll see what happens, right? See what happens. I can end the month right now and be very happy. So, what do you do, huh? Still a little bummed, like I left a lot of money on the table yesterday. Too bad. It was there, but I've been busy and I've been doing things and haven't been watching the market as closely as I normally do. And I had the money, saw the floating profit. I wanted to go a little bit farther and come back, and doing more work. It's late, and then I'm tired, and all of a sudden I'm like, go to bed. I went to bed. It cost me money. Hate that. Hate that. What are you gonna do, huh? So, anyways, do market participants use the 4-hour 21? Right? Now we're on top. All right. But what happens if we drop back below? Are you a bull? Are you a bear? Are you aggressive or conservative? That kind of stuff. Yeah, Ryan, but Ryan says, I intended to thin the herd at certain prices, and yeah, but I've been busy doing other things as well. So I just, I don't know. It's what happened. So I should have thinned the herd a hell of a lot more, but I wasn't being greedy. If I thinned it too quickly, it would have been just fearful. But I could have played it different, and I thought about playing it different. And I'm telling you, if I had made like some ridiculously little bit more money, like if I had made 0.01% more money, I probably would have done it. It got that close. I remember thinking I should just a little more and stop watching. I'll come back in a bit, and then it was down, and well, we'll recover. Whatever, that whole scenario, right? But it's just floating profit. I didn't have a bloodbath loss. I mean, it was just right, or whatever. So going into this, maybe she comes back around and daily 21 drops it like it's hot. What do you think? Now, is selling at the weekly R2 a reasonable place to consider that if you happen to be a bear anyways? Yeah. So how do you play it then, 8, if you're a bear? Well, I think the most interesting part is the drop, so you can't quite see that. Let's see if I can change the color, but then I have to change it back later. Trade my properties. And just I'll put it gray or something. That's still hard to see, huh? Right. Okay. Then you take this, okay, that's your sell zone, eh? From there to there. Okay. You got it? So when you're down here, you're waiting for the pullback. So, an hour and a half later, you're at a 50% retracement in your roll reversal after the double top lower low, right? So that's where you need to be, kind of thing. If you've made these decisions up here. Okay? You see what you're trying to catch? You're just catching the 21. Okay? Okay? Right. Pedro said already sold, already a bear. Just need a good place to sell. That's as good as any. The nice thing about that is you know where resistance is. This is why I keep telling you to only sell at resistance and buy at support. You know where resistance is, so if it's above the weekly R2, there's no reason to be short, right? So you're really not risking that much. I mean, hardly anything, really, right? La, 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 la. Right? Cool. Exactly. Where's the support? Yesterday's high, buck 44. Where's the next level of support? Buck 33. Check this out. Yesterday's high, yesterday's low, right? If you got your direction correct, right? Look at this, 50% retracement. So here's the thing. This is why I say if your direction correct. If you're a bear, you would have wanted to sell an upward retracement into this area. And if you're a bull, you wanted to buy a downward retracement into this area. Okay. But the way I've taught you how to daily swing trade, so I've taught you two things: how to weekly day trade, or sorry, daily swing trade, weekly swing trade. And with that, you probably have enough to just live a modest life. Like Scrooge McDuck. He's only a poor duck. Poor old duck. His vault is only half full of gold. You know Scrooge McDuck, right? Oh, show. Yeah, he's not a rich duck. His vault is only half full. Oh, Donald. All right. So there's that. What the heck is this? That looks like a disaster. So I can see how I'm teaching you a breakout here. You see this? Breakout up to the top, down by a dip. Didn't occur. That's why it didn't work. The other version, when we're in the middle of this range, was it drops below, pulls back, and then you sell. Well, that's actually what happened. If you can see, it dipped below here, pulled back, and then you sell. So the bear version won. The bull version never occurred, and that's how you do a breakout, right? Breakout, pullback. Okay, it's neat. Ginormous reversal. So no joke. I pulled money out of Canada on the strength move. So very interesting. Lucky dog. Jeff is so funny. I don't believe in leading indicators. I don't believe anything. I believe it's mostly nonsense, Jeff. Almost everything you've been taught is mostly nonsense. Not you, just everybody. See, that's the pregnant dog candlestick pattern. See, that's why it went up. Oh, is that two pregnant dogs in a row? Oy vey. Right? It's just all that kind of stuff. It's all good and it's all nonsense. So, do I believe in oscillators, for example? This is a stochastics and it's an algorithm, and it will tell you whatever you program it to tell you. It's not good, it's not bad, but it's real. You know what I mean? Do I believe in stochastics? Oh, I believe it. It's right there. And you can, but the thing is, what people don't, what humans tend to do is they assign some sort of personality to it, like it's actually telling you something. What you're supposed to do as a professional trader is have it tell you something specific. It works for you. You don't work for it. So you never hear me say, well, the stochastics made me do it. Well, stochastics doesn't do anything except plot colors based on an algorithm, and you can change the settings so that you get different lines. Right? So I adjusted to tell me, that, you know, whether candlesticks are making higher highs or higher lows relative to the candlesticks next to it. That's all it's doing, right? So right in here it says, hey, we're making green candles, and we were making red candles, but now we're making green candles. That's all this tells you relative to the previous candles. You can change the numbers and get different colors. So you better know what you want it to tell you. Most people don't know that. Okay? But do I believe in it? Well, it's an algorithm. It plots these colors perfectly to your specifications. Right? Now, a leading indicator. Do I believe in leading indicators? Well, I use pivot points. Do I believe in them? Well, first of all they are is another algorithm. All they do is calculate high, low, and close divided by 3 and plot a line on that number. Do I believe in that number? Yeah, I believe it's the high, low, and close divided by 3 100% of the time. Right? And it plots the color of your choosing. And then from that, it does some other basic calculations and plots support and resistance lines. And then it takes the midpoint between the support and resistance lines and plots an M line. It does it perfectly every time. Do I believe in them? Yeah. Now, do my observations of how market participants use these lines, for example, let's just pull one up. Here's an observation of weekly pivot points. Cool. This red zone is the projected high for the week. A place in which, if you use a leading indicator like a pivot point, you would assume a bull would take profit and maybe a bear sells, depending if enough bulls take profit, right? But that's what the red is. That's why I make it red. I choose to have it red so that it tells me it should head down, not up. Cool. So by observing this, for example, it's just the most recent leading indicator we use today. Okay, great. It says this should go down. Not here, not here, but here, the very top. Well, for about 1 minute, it went just a smidgen higher and then collapsed. So I look at that and say, well, I knew this price on Monday. Well, it's Thursday, right? I knew this price down here. In fact, this is the buy zone based on my leading indicator of high, low, and close of last week's market. It predicts this week's move, okay? Based on the swing trade strategy that I've taught you, this is your buy zone on Monday morning. This is it. That's the only buy zone for that, the only weekly swing trade I've ever taught you how to do. This is your buy zone, and this gray zone is your target. No joke. No joke. And look it. Did it go up here as I would expect? As I wrote in my book 8 years ago, I expected it to go up on a pattern like this. I'm like, oh yeah, well, it did go up, therefore my target is here. Oh, look, they hit it again within a nickel, right? Oops. Got to go to an hourly chart now, right? Like it went up, it hit that, it stopped. We went back up in here, and once again, as the leading indicator would tell me, that is the top, it should drop. Oh, look, it dropped again. So do I believe? Well, I believe the algorithm will plot based on the data and the instructions you tell it to plot. So I believe that's true. And through my observations of 15 years of trading this sucker all day and all night, on every day and every night, do I believe other market participants use the same or very similar algorithm and behave in ways that are predictable? Yeah. Yeah, I would believe that is true. Yes. Do you notice how I pick up on language very particularly? We don't have much time on this world together, and I'm not going to spend it misunderstanding your question. So you're going to need to learn my particular peculiarities, and yeah. Because if you say it, you probably think it, right? So I probably took that way too far, but now you know. And by the way, here's my feedback from Harvard, multiple papers. They're like, very good arguments, solid paper, too long. I'm like, it's an argument. If we're going to have an argument, I'm going to win. Right? Even if I'm wrong, I'm going to win. Because I'm going to bombard and wear you down with knowledge and fact and research and opinion that's just going to snowball and get bigger and bigger and crush your spirit. But when school tells me to argue something, I argue it. And this, isn't it funny? They actually say that. They keep telling too long, too many arguments, cut out two of your arguments. Like, how could you argue and have too many points? You know what I mean? So, wow, okay, now I think I have an advantage because I don't think many traders know that. Well, actually, I've been teaching people this exact thing I just taught you for about 12 years, let's say, or 10 years. Well, more than 10 years. So in a weird way, I look at this and I think it works even better now because I've taught thousands of people. Yeah, I taught John's wife. Yeah, I did. Yeah, and that says something, right, John? It's so funny. I like you guys, man. I really do. I like you guys. This is the best day or best time of the day, hanging out with my Forex buddies. I hope you make a lot of money. It's been a very good month for me this month. Last month was very good. It's not really what I wanted. Trump kind of messed things up, but it's, this will be a fine year. Be all good. And that's really how it should be, right? Yeah, it'll be good. It was good. It was fine. Good. Great. Have you watched Billions? Is that a movie or a TV show? I guess the answer is no either way. Oh, cigars still coming my way, huh? Yeah, actually, it was funny. I think I've gotten several emails from people. Only one person's actually sent the cigar thing. I thought what I would do if more people were going to send, I would just save all that money and I can sign up for like a cigar of the month club, and they just send stuff automatically, and it's just done. But it's a hedge fund series on Netflix. Billions. I'll look at it. Hopefully it's good. Every trading movie I've ever seen oversimplifies or treats the audience stupid, like they're stupid, right? Or just portrays Wall Street or financial traders like us as, drug addict, scumbag, whore-mongering, alcoholic, shallow people with purple suits and cufflinks that match their Lambo. You know what I mean? And I'm like, well, that's bullshit. Most people are not like that. No, Jeff, don't send me pot. I don't do drugs. I just do copious amounts of coffee. I smoke too many cigars. I drink too much alcohol. But I like, a nice bourbon. I like red wine. That's my problem. I'm like, that was really a nice glass of wine. I don't need another glass, but I really enjoyed it. So unemployment on trend 265. Yeah, thank you. But so it doesn't go into the real stuff. Yeah, so you know what? It's funny because I don't want to watch it because I'm doing very interesting things right now. In fact, learning as I'm going on on different things outside of Forex, but it's all going to lead back to Forex. So, I mean, but I'm doing these things that are sort of glazed over in the movies. I do these things. So to watch it in a movie, I'm like, I don't have time for watching it on Netflix because I'm actually doing it. And why do I'm not sleeping more than 2 or 3 hours a day, right? During the holidays. Like, yeah, so, you know, so like, what is it that I'm doing? The new Call of Duty game? You don't know, I'm busy. But it's cool, right? So, no, I'm not going to watch someone else doing stuff that I should be doing. But I think, if you haven't been in the markets for a while, I think it'd be really good to get sort of language and tone. But I would fear that the language and tone is stereotypical, and all they're doing is stereotyping other financial movies, right? All right. So, anyways, wow. Yeah, I'm tired. Sorry. Let's see. What else is going on? I got to give the same advice though, just in general, to make sure if you're a bear and the market's been going up today, pick your lines and wait. I think the worst mistake that could happen is before you have a technical reversal, you chase the market and change your bias. So like, let's say you're buying Japanese yen simply because I told you 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, and the yen has been ripper strong. Oh, amazing thing, right? And but if you look at some of these yen pairs, they went up today. And some of them went up very well, like the Kiwi yen. Great. But what should you be a bull now? Well, that's a good question. Should you? You need to make the decision. If not now, when? And if the answer is no, you shouldn't be yet, you should stay a bear, then you need to be identifying where you're going to sell at the New York Open, where you're going to sell at the London Close, where you're going to sell at Asia Open. You need to start picking your lines. And if you think the yen is going to get strong into the bottom of January, then selling high ain't too bad, right? So that's that. But it could go up. I'm not saying it can't. If you looked at the Kiwi yen, and we've already done it, but how about this? Kiwi yen daily, extremely oversold, wanting to go up. Okay. Aussie yen, extremely oversold, thinking about going up. Pound yen, extremely oversold on a daily. And once again, thinking about going up. Now, thinking, what I mean is it's got a stochastic kiss. Okay, so pound yen daily, stochastic kiss. Aussie yen daily, stochastic kiss. Kiwi yen, stochastic cross. So if you were going to long bomb something, you'd have to go Kiwi. Okay, that kind of thing. Aussie yen, just garbage. Just dump it, right? That's fine. So there is lots of argument that some of these things would go up. So if I were preparing to sell yen pairs, meaning now you want to buy yen back, even though the yen's been weak the last couple of days, that's cool. Don't sell Kiwi yen first. That would be the last one you want to sell. So you need to make decisions. Well, then, which one do you sell first? So on and so forth. All right? You know what I mean? So make sure that those are the decisions that you're making. Okay. If you were going to buy a yen pair, Kiwi yen would probably be the first. If you were going to sell a yen pair, Kiwi yen, for the exact same reason, would probably be the last one you would choose. Okay. Okay. So do what you need to do. Selling pound dollar, for example, still seems pretty reasonable to me. But you got to do your technical analysis. It may be reasonable fundamentally. It may be technically a bad idea. Well, that's why you need to do your analysis. US Euro USD also seems like a good one to sell fundamentally. Technically, you need to decide whether this is a good time and price to sell. It may not be. It may be later today, it may be tomorrow. That's as a technician, that's what you need to tell people. Okay. So I'm super tired. I'm ripper tired. I'm gonna wait for the market to open, and then I think I'm gonna take a nap or something. I don't know what to do. I'm so tired. But peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Thank you for being a client of Traders Way. Thank you for posting your trade analysis and sharing your trading ideas with your currency comrades at Forex.Today. And yeah, I guess it's next year that the next webinar, really? Let me pull up a calendar then. And yeah, and the markets are probably open on the 2nd, right? Honestly, I don't know, Ron. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I think so, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm here. Like, what else would I do, right, with my time? So yeah, probably. Yeah, I just can't think. I just need to lay down and go to sleep. Cool. Well, if I don't see you tomorrow, have a wonderful and safe New Year's. I hope you don't go to an overpriced party with too many people, long lines, and you know, expensive wine that tastes like hairspray. You know what I mean? No, I don't have any. Nobody sent me any. Just Ron. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. So see you soon. Take care of yourself. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. I hope this was your best year ever. And if it wasn't, I hope you feel like it's there, it's possible, it's achievable, that 2017 is going to be your year. That's what I wish for you. That you either have done it, or you're about to do it, or you feel like now you can, like it can be done, like Roger Bannister breaking the preconceived barrier, right? I hope in 2017 you have your first 1,000 pip month. I hope in 2017 you have your first 1,000 pip trade. I hope in 2017 you have your first 10,000 pip month, but that'll be later in the year. Kareem's going to start posting trade ideas. Excellent. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Happy New Year. Jeff, I always trade, Jeff. I'm always here. always. And usually, when people tell you you can't trade, like a great example is you can't trade the summer. The volume and volatility is so low, it's just pointless. Um, I, I usually make a lot of money because of that stupid nonsense. Not that I make it instantly, but because I'm doing my homework and setting things up, I'm usually in some very big trades before all the lazy dum-dums. Cool. Yeah, it's true. Well, let me answer it this way. Have I, let's say in the last 2 years, I think I've been doing these webinars for TradersWay now for more than 2 years. I haven't taken a day off. Yeah, not one. When I'm sick or tired or whatever the case, I think we've had tornadoes and thunderstorms and all that kind of stuff. I'm always here. We've had hurricanes. I've been here. Just, I mean, honestly, and you can go back years. I'm here. I'm always here. I take you when I travel, right? I mean, just, I don't know. Just, I'm always here, man. So Jeff, if, am I going to trade the rollover and stuff? Of course I'm going to be. Why wouldn't I? I'm a currency trader. I don't look for reasons not to trade. Like, so I go on vacation. I take my wife and kids. What am I doing? And no joke, I actually did this one time. I moved the desk in the hotel room into a closet so that the light and stuff wouldn't bother anybody. I couldn't shut the closet doors, but it was just for some reason that was a good thing. Moved it into the closet and stuff, and we're at Disney World. I'm taking the kids to whatever, Animal Land. Ooh, look, it's going to be great. I mean, Disney with your young children, or I think at the time they're like 5 or 6, right? Like, oh my God, what a great day, right? What am I doing at 4 o'clock in the morning? I'm at my desk trading. I'm like, I got to get my trades in before we go. And no, we weren't at the gate at 8 o'clock in the morning when they let people in. No, I couldn't get my stuff done until about 9:30, and then we're not even at the gate till 10. The kids are just going to have to wait. That's it. Because I got to trade. I have to trade. Who's going to pay for all this? Right? And they know it. Just daddy's got to work. And I work, I do my trading, I get it done, and then we go and we have a great time. It's not pips over kids, it's pips for kids. It's just they know it's not free. It doesn't just grow on trees. Right? So they're like, daddy's going to work. We're going to Disney, right? In a bit. We will wait. We will just go down to the pool and have a nice morning. Daddy will make money. Okay? So it's just, that's it. Right? Right? Vacations are for poor people. What do you need a vacation for? Because you hate your job. That's why you need a vacation, because you hate your job and you hate the people you work for. And you hate the fact that you're making someone else rich, that you go to work because you need the money. And that if you can get a vacation for 3 or 4 days, you could just not be repressed. Well, I'm liberated, baby. I don't need a vacation. This is it. This is what I do. Yeah, vacation. So again, I'm in the Caribbean islands. What did I do in the Caribbean islands while I'm traveling? 3, 4 different islands. Made like 3,000 pips. Traveling. Traveling. What do you mean vacation? From what? Oh, it's too hard. I need a break. What do you mean you need a break? What do you mean it's hard? Go be a farmer. Go run a restaurant. Go do something actually difficult. Find out how much money you make too, by the way. Nothing. How much glory do you get? Nothing. How much vacation does a farmer get? None. Except, oh, they call it winter, I guess. But anyways, I don't need to go into a big diatribe, but I love you, man, and I want you to succeed. So you take care of yourself, huh? Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. Cheers.